Watch Justin Warman every weekday morning on News 6. Live from clickorlando.com and WKMG, we're getting results in your neighborhood now at 11 p.m.
Now on News 6, a line of showers and storms moving into Central Florida. The good news, the chance of strong storms is dropping. Jonathan.
We are pinpointing that line right here. A few lightning strikes moving through parts of Volusia County into Daytona Beach. We are going to be pinpointing the timeline on when more storms could fire up in a few minutes.
I washed the blood off my hands, and then I went and checked on my table.
A brave waiter is downplaying his role in what was likely a life-saving rescue. How he and others jumped into action when a man's Sea-Doo watercraft exploded moments before hitting the water.
Florida is back on top of the college basketball world.
It is the story of the night. The Florida Gators are now the national champs. You saw all the action right here on News 6. This is a live look at the celebration happening in Gainesville right now, where fans just watched the 2025 National Championship from the heart of Gator Nation. You know it. Thank you so much for staying up late with us. I'm Ginger Gadsden. Matt Austin is in Gainesville. He'll join us in just a moment. But let's get right to Sports Director Jamie Say. Jamie, what a game.
Man, I'm with those fans.
Yeah,
Do
right,
the Gator chomp, right? So the Florida Gators are going to celebrate along the Riverwalk in San Antonio tonight, thanks to a stunning comeback win in the national championship game, 65-63 over Houston. We've got to get you out to the Alamo Dome now. Reporter Jamal St. Cyr is live in San Antonio. Jamal, the Cardiac Gators do it again, coming from behind to win this thing.
I mean, it doesn't get too much better than that, does it, Jamie? I mean, Gators fans were on the edge of their seats. The Alamo Dome was basically split half and half, half red and half some orange and blue. So, look, Houston had a big fan base in this thing. It was a loud crowd, and they were treated to an absolutely epic game. We've been standing out here since the game ended, and first it was a sea of red, but now that's cleared out, and the Gators fans that have been celebrating inside are starting to make their way out. And Gator Nation definitely showed up and showed out to help them get the win out there on the court. Huge win. Walter Clayton Jr. is going to get a lot of credit for this thing, but Will Richard was a big part of it. He stayed hot throughout the game and kept the Gators in it. And now the Gators fans are heading out to downtown San Antonio to celebrate. Jamie, back to you.
Absolutely, Jamal. They're going to have a parade along the Riverwalk. Thank you so much, Jamal St. Cyr. He's with our sister station out in Jacksonville. They sent him to San Antonio. We're going to have much more from the Gator game, full highlights and reaction, more reaction from the Alamo Dome coming up in sports. Let's get it back, though, to Ginger, or are we going to Matt? We're going to Matt, who's in Gainesville, Matt Austin. He's at the party in Gainesville tonight. Matt, you having fun?
Oh, yeah. We're having something out here, Jamie. Yeah, it is electric out here. This is University Avenue in Gainesville. It's been shut down. If you take a look here down the street, thousands and thousands, I would definitely say tens of thousands of students and parents are out here not caring one bit that it is out in the rain. There is a big police presence out here. It smells like a mix of weed and bad decisions, but we also have a family that I found. This is the Jackamu family who traveled here. What's going on, guys?
Awesome. We are so excited to be here. My husband and I met on campus like 25 years ago. We went to the first and second championship in the O-Dome in 2006, 2007. We were unmarried and kidless. Then we got married, had a bunch of kids, moved to Charleston, and when the Gators made it to the Final Four, we just knew we wanted to come back here to watch the third championship. So we've been here for all three of them.
Also a great birthday present, right?
My birthday's tomorrow in an hour.
Happy birthday. You did have a bunch of kids. Well, congratulations. You guys be safe out here. Have fun. Stay dry. I knew I was only going to get a few minutes. They're excited. We're out here on University, reporting live in Gainesville with the national champion, Florida Gators. We'll send it back into the studio.
Oh my gosh, it's a school night. Get those kids to bed, Matt. Great job. They can't hear a thing I'm saying right now. Nice job out there, Matt. That is incredible. All right, another big story tonight, a good news update on our weather. The potential for a few storms is still here for parts of central Florida because of a cold front sweeping in. Let's get right over to meteorologist Jonathan Gegas. The chances for those storms are dropping.
At least the severe weather threat is dropping with those storms. We are seeing the opportunity, and we have a few thunderstorms on the radar right now. Just sliding off of Daytona Beach into Ormond Beach, DeLand. We've had a few thunderstorms as well. These are continuing to push east of Ponce Inlet. You saw the lightning strike pop up. The rain might put those kids to sleep a little bit to see if working its way back into Gainesville. This is part 2 that's going to slide through overnight. That rain's going to start to pick up in intensity where you just saw Matt Austin live. We have a couple of downpours sliding through Sanford. No lightning associated with that. These continue to push off to the east. We're going to fire off, or at least try to fire off, a few more thunderstorms overnight tonight. And when you wake up tomorrow, we're going to pinpoint that part and show you future radar and talk about the cool down coming our way tomorrow in about 15 minutes, Ginger.
Jonathan, thank you. New at 11 tonight, remarkable video showing a dramatic rescue of a man at a St. Cloud lakefront park. Now, this happened yesterday. What you're watching is moments after the man's Sea-Doo personal watercraft exploded. The man's family tells us he suffered a couple of fractures and is still in the hospital tonight, but he is expected to recover. News 6's Mike Valenti spoke to the woman who recorded this video and to one of the men who helped save him. Incredible. Well, bad news for Volusia County schools. They are facing a $25 million budget deficit. Tomorrow, the school board will explore options to make up that money. The district must find ways to fix the shortfall. They are focusing on 2 areas: reevaluating the number of staff per student and launching an enrollment campaign to bring students back to public schools. Board members say enrollment declines from students going to private and charter schools is impacting districts nationwide and is a big factor in this budget crunch.
More and more school choice has been available. We've had to adjust our programs and our spending.
We're certainly going to try to retain teachers as best as we can, and we're certainly still working on trying to make improvements on teacher pay. But there's other places in the district that we can make cuts that would make it a more effective machine.
With a $1.5 billion budget, the board must make some tough decisions. By law, they cannot spend more than they take in. The board is also awaiting details from the state on how much they will get per student. The school board's workshop begins tomorrow morning at 10 in DeLand. It is a scary situation that could have been much worse. Ahead at 11, watch as a helicopter falls out of the sky and onto a local athletic field. Plus, body camera just in shows what happened when a sunbather was run over on a local beach. Next, the chaos and how the man is doing tonight. And tax season will soon be winding down, but tax schemers are hard at work year-round. The 2 things the IRS will never do regarding your personal information. You're watching News 6 at 11, live on a Monday night, getting results for Oviedo, Bay Hill, and all of Central Florida.
This portion of the news is sponsored by Rubenstein Law.
It's time to play America's favorite jackpot game. This is Powerball. Good evening, America. I'm Michelle Lyles. Tonight, we've got another life-changing jackpot for you in an estimated amount of $54.9 million. Get your tickets out. We'll start things off tonight with the number 66. Right after that, America, we have 23. Let's congratulate Jeannie Mangum of North Carolina, who won $50,000. Your next number up is 59, followed by 48, and we'll round it out tonight with 20. Now for your winning Powerball number, good luck everyone, it is 4, and your Power Play multiplier is 2. Let's take another look at those winning numbers. Remember, there are multiple ways to win. We'll see you back here Wednesday night. Good night, everyone.
I've been in Central Florida my whole life. Born and raised in Seminole County, went to high school in Altamont Springs, and started covering stories up and down the Space Coast. So this is my hometown. I know Central Florida like the back of my hand, and I spend every day out in the community telling your stories and getting results for you. So why not start your day differently? I'm Justin Mormouth. Watch News 6 mornings.
Weekday mornings from 5 to 7 a.m. on News 6.
New at 11, for the first time, we are hearing the 911 calls and witnessing the chaos after a man who was sunbathing on a local beach was run over by a car.
Hopefully lifeguards have already called it in. Somebody ran over a guy on the beach. He dragged him. Or whoever's in the car dragged him.
The guy's alive. He's moaning very badly.
This happened Saturday in Ormond Beach, but the Volusia Sheriff's Office just released details about what happened, along with those 911 calls you just heard, and this body camera footage showing deputies arriving to the scene. VSO says the driver drove outside the driving lanes to back into a parking spot and hit the Ocala man. We're told he had injuries to his thigh and arm, but he is expected to recover. The driver of the Jeep stayed on scene and was cooperative. Deputies cited them with careless driving. Now, this was not the first time something like this has happened on a Volusia County beach. An incident last May involving a former beach safety sergeant in a patrol car left two 18-year-olds hurt. You can read about that case right now at clickorlando.com. Tonight, we're learning more about terrifying new video out of Brevard County.
Oh my God.
A private helicopter plummeted out of the sky and onto a ball field. It happened at the McKnight Family Sports Complex. Fortunately, though, no games were going on when this all happened yesterday in Rockledge. Police tell News 6 the video is now part of the NTSB's investigation.
Helicopter crash. Two passengers in the helicopter. They're both alert, but do have injuries. Rescue's taking them now. Both patients have been stabilized. They are both awake and breathing so far.
Rescuers reported the pilot's name is Wazim Niazi. The 61-year-old is a neurologist who lives in Merritt Island. His daughter told News 6 reporter James Barbero he was flying with his girlfriend, who also survived the crash. No word yet on what went wrong. Now to a News 6 investigation with the tax filing deadline next week. Thieves are after your personal information. That's the word from the Internal Revenue Service. Investigator Lewis Bolden looks into the red flags you could receive on your cell phone in this week's Schemes and Ripoffs alert. All right, time now for a check of our forecast. Meteorologist Jonathan Kegas joins us. And Jonathan, you had a bit of good news at the top of the broadcast saying that the chance for some really strong storms kind of decreasing.
Absolutely, yeah. As we continue through the night, as these move towards I-4 and south and east, they're moving out of a little more volatile environment northwest of Gainesville back into a more stable environment through central Florida. So things are looking pretty good, at least all things considered. Still a few lightning strikes out there. Most of those have even cleared the coast. Just a couple of downpours east of I-4 now, sliding beyond Sanford. We just saw that downpour slide into Sanford out of Lake Mary and Heathrow. A few showers and downpours trying to sneak into downtown Orlando. Everything is light. Everything is relatively tame. Much needed rain, although it's not even much in that form either. We do have more steady rain. No lightning associated with this next batch sliding to the I-75 corridor closer to Bellevue into Ocala into Denellen. Wider view again shows more lightning activity off the southwest corner of Florida. Scattered showers trying to redevelop again back around the Big Bend, pushing under the Gulf Coast. Again, no lightning associated with that. Not too concerned with any kind of severe weather threat with this next round coming through either. So all in all, good news, although we could use more in the way of rain. Don't think we're going to get a ton out of this, though, as we've been talking about. There's 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. Again, a few stray downpours in the mix, maybe a rumble of thunder. As we head towards daybreak, we may end up seeing this area, future radar, maybe out to lunch a little bit here, but really south and east of Orlando by the time you wake up 6, 7 o'clock when you're watching Chief Meteorologist Candace Campos. There could be a couple of downpours and thunderstorms trying to slide through parts of Osceola and Brevard County. So we're going to be watching that closely as well. And then we'll watch some things try to refire again into the early afternoon, mainly along and southeast of I-4. Everything quiet, at least from the look here in downtown Orlando. A couple of showers trying to move into the metro area. That's a live look with our Light Orlando delivering Hope Skycam. Temperatures back to the upper 70s under overcast skies. The breeze out of the south-southwest at about 14 miles an hour. We're at 77 in Orlando, 77 in Holopop. Now here's a look at your pinpoint accurate forecast.
Sponsored by Strata Air Conditioning and Heating. AC emergency, you ought to call Strata.
So the opportunity again for a few more thunderstorms coming south and east of I-4 as you wake up tomorrow. Then we're going to transition to kind of a coastal system developing as this cold front slides offshore. That's going to send back a couple of stray showers, mainly on the east coast of Florida. So the better opportunity for rain on Wednesday is going to come along the coast. And then we're pinpointing another cold front. So it's going to turn cooler tomorrow. And then I think even cooler for the weekend. You can see the drop off in temperatures from the upper 70s locally back to the mid 40s in Birmingham. Secondary cold front is way up north, still closer to the Great Lakes, where it's below the freezing mark in Chicago and the Twin Cities. That one will arrive as we head towards Friday and the weekend. And you kind of see the temperature roller coaster that we're on here. Starting off on Tuesday, back to the mid-70s. Then on Wednesday, rebounding back to around 80, still below that average line of 82 degrees. We'll bump above average on Friday just to fall back below again, and then just to go back up to way above as we get into the early stages of next week. So kind of that up and down ride for the next 7 days. Highs tomorrow, again, back into the middle 70s. Temperatures around 80 on Thursday. Just a slight opportunity for a rain chance on Friday with that next cold front. A little bit cooler, but looking pretty much perfect over the weekend, guys.
All right, Jonathan, thank you. Here are tonight's winning Powerball numbers: 66, 23, 59, 48, and 20, and the Powerball is 4. And here are tonight's Florida lottery numbers: pick 2, 29, pick 3, 4, 9, 1, pick 4, 2, 2, 5, 2, and pick 5, 7, 1, 0, 7, 6, and the Fireball is 3. Fantasy 5, 2, 11, 9, 16, and 29, and Cash for Life: 2, 33, 46, 51, and 55, and the cash ball is 2. Good luck. All right, Sports Director Jamie Say is here now. Jamie, what a game. But you called it. You said as long as it's a close game, that's good for the Gators.
No, actually, I said if it was a close game, it's good for Houston.
Did you?
I did. If it was going to be a blowout, it would be good for Florida. But, you know, this is what's calling beating somebody at their own game, and that's what the Florida Gators did tonight. Great choice of color tonight, Ginger.
What a coincidence.
I think you called it. But, yeah, the Gators get it done tonight, 65-63 over Houston. Again, the Gators played Houston's game, and they won it. They raised the trophy. We cannot get enough of these Gators. Highlights and reaction from Florida coming up next.
News 6 and Harbor House need your help. Join us for the Pause for Peace phone bank, Thursday, April 17th. Every donation you give helps support victims of domestic violence and their pets. Watch News 6, April 17th, and help us support this amazing organization. Imagine your home totally organized with Closets by Design.
Glued to my seat the entire time.
All of Gator Nation was. I mean, you know, and things didn't look great in the first half or early in the second half, but you can never count out these Florida Gators. They are going to remember the Alamo Dome, on this night for a very, very long time. Just another stunning comeback from the Gators in a season full of them. Florida turning the tables on the Houston Cougars tonight and use defense to win the third national championship in program history. Let's look at the action in San Antonio tonight. News 6 at 11. We'll be right back.
Trooper Steve on Patrol is sponsored by Gibson Truck World. We are the king of trucks.
Hey, how about them Gators? Congratulations once again, guys. You can find all of tonight's stories plus breaking news and podcast on News 6 Plus. Have a great night or morning. We'll see you tomorrow. Later, Dave. Bye.